Hey guys, it's Mac here, and today we're just going to continue to add to our little YouTube server thing. We have permissions plugin, we have essentials, which gives us all the basics that we need. So next we're going to do a chat manager plugin. Purpose of the chat manager plugin basically is just to spruce up your chat, how everything works. It allows you to have prefixes actually like run on your chat and stuff like that, and colored names and using color codes and all that kind of stuff. So that is what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and open up Firefox and go to bucket.org as soon as Firefox actually opens. Oh yeah, shameless plug time. Here's my server's main page. Feel free to check it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to bucket.org. And then we're going to wait forever. Click the Get Plugins tab. And in the search bar, we're going to type in LiveChat. That is the plugin that we will be going over. And hit enter a couple times. There we go. Alright. Now you'll see that there's two with the exact same name set right here. One's from 2011 and one's from 2013. So obviously we want the one from 2013. Alright, so this is LiveChat. It's kind of like iChat from days of old, and I guess HeroChat is close. This plugin requires a couple things which we're actually going to need to download in order to do this because they don't already have them downloaded. Vault. Vault is very important to servers. It'll link with economy, which we'll go over, and it'll link with your chats and everything. So Vault is pretty much not an option anymore. And then the tag API, there's a way to color all of your people in the tab menu. I don't use it because it like cuts people's names off accidentally sometimes and everything, but you can, and it's there if you want to. If you're going to do that, the tag API is required. So now that we know what we need, and remember, every time you go to download a plugin, always make sure that there isn't other plugin requirements. So now that we know what we need, we'll just go ahead and download this. And then save file, of course, and there's our little box. Oh, don't mind this. Alright, so LiveChat's already up there. Now let's go ahead and get Vault and Tag API. Actually, Tag API is right here for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit it there. If it doesn't show up, just type Tag API into the search bar and it'll come right up. Go ahead and download this. Save file. And in our box, it's right there. And the last one we're going to need is Vault, and like I said, Vault is actually really important to a lot of plugins and to a lot of servers. And then you're going to, type in Vault, and the first one that comes up will be the one that you need. Wait for a minute, go ahead and click download. The thing with Vault and Tag API is you don't need to do anything as a server owner. You just download them and put them in your plugins file, and that's it. You're good to go. They do everything for you. There's nothing to configure. Download's complete. Sweet. Alright, so let's just go ahead and clear out of that. We've got our little downloads box up. Open our YouTube folder. Open the plugins. And we have everything that we've already put in here. So view permissions and all the essentials. We're just going to go ahead and click and drag these new plugins right on over. Alright. Get rid of that. And then we're going to go ahead and run the server just so we can generate the files that we need. And you'll see Vault, and it hooks in with your economy and everything else. And Tag API, good to go. Everything's good to go. There's LiveChat, created your directories. Alright, so now that that's done, we'll just go ahead and stop the server for now because we don't need it up. Hit any key to continue. Go back into plugins. And there you go. There's your LiveChat configuration and logs. So we're going to go back to Firefox real quick. Type LiveChat back into the search bar. Another reason that I use LiveChat is it's very straightforward. iChat, you had to like set things up and you had to use percent signs in certain places and everything else. With LiveChat, it's not as picky and it's not nearly as complicated looking. Alright, so LiveChat, the author of this made this page really easy and set everything up. So if for whatever reason you are a developer and you're watching my stuff, the source code and stuff is right there. He has a list of commands that come. All of these work with Essentials. Essentials is really good about taking itself off line and putting in the new commands from other plugins. So all of these work. Go back and permissions. I'm actually going to go over the permissions with you guys and put them into the view permissions thing. So what we're going to do is go back to YouTube plugins thing, view permissions, and right now I'm doing it this way. Alright, so go to wherever your users is set up through view permissions. Alright. Now you'll see stuff like livechat.send and livechat.receive. You have to have these. If you don't have these, you cannot talk through LiveChat, you cannot receive through LiveChat, and LiveChat does overpower your server's chatting system, which means that you will not be able to talk or receive or anything like that. So these are important, they have to be on there, and we're just going to go over the basics. Alright, livechat.channel.send. LiveChat has specific channels, global, private, admin, and those kinds of things. And with this, basically you can just determine exactly what channels you want people to be able to see. Like if you have an admin channel set up or whatever, you can have it's only admins can read that channel and only admins can talk back and forth to each other, which is kind of handy if you wanted it. Let's see. Channel color just allows people to use whether or not they can add the little color codes into their messaging. Formatting, I don't really mess with. And then it allows this dot magic allows you to use the matrix magic color in your chat messages. I also don't mess with that. LiveChat ignore allows you to use the ignore command, which basically is /ignore and then a player name and they can't bother you anymore. And then ignore bypass, say you're an admin, players can't ignore you, you know, so that might be a good one to remember and use. LiveChat mute, same thing, allows your admins to mute or unmute players. Block allows your admins to block or unblock players. Color tag allows you to display the color tag over your head. This is when you have tag API and you make a color tag and everything like that. You can put that right in the lowest rank. It's not going to mess with anything. LiveChat here.bypass I don't really mess with. Social spy, sorry, social spy I don't even use. Basically, it allows admins or whoever has it to go directly into people's private messages, which means that if a member is private chatting another member, and an admin is on that's got the social spy permission, he will be able to instantly see what they're talking about. I don't like that. I believe there should be a level of privacy as far as your members are concerned who are trying to talk to each other, and owners should be able to see what everybody's doing anyways through the console. LiveChat.admin, this gives you all the commands, and you can talk on the admin channel and includes all nodes. So that's pretty much all that is. We're going to go ahead in here, and under the default thing we're just going to go ahead and add the couple, make sure there's no tabs. Go ahead and add the couple ones that we need. Send. Receive, and then we'll go ahead and all the way down here, and owner. We'll go ahead and give the owner LiveChat dot. Alright, so we'll go ahead and click save on that. X out of there, X out of there. We don't need this anymore, so we'll just leave it up for right now. We can go into config help in a minute. And then we'll go back into this. Plugins, live chat, and now we're going to go into the config. This config is very straightforward, so we're just going to go straight down the thing. Default chat. Basically, this is the default channel that everybody talks on if they hit the T or enter or however you have your thing configured. This one is global. This is what I would assume everybody uses. So next we have chat. And obviously these are just the different setups for the different chat channels. So the first one is the global. Like I said, it talks to everybody over the entire server. And then the format for it. Everything in your format has to be enclosed by these little quote things. Commas, actually, is what they are. So make sure that everything that you're doing is inside those. If it's outside those, it's not going to be counted as part of the format, and it's going to mess everything up. Alright, now this is where your config help comes in, because live chat has things that are specific just to live chat. So if we go to config help, and this is how it explains the variables to you. So on the chat format, this %displayname, %displayname, or %displayname, % is the username with a color prefix. And basically what that does is it'll pull their prefix information from your B permissions. So or any of your permissions files, anything that gives it a prefix. So, you know, with that metadata that's got a prefix and you put colors and stuff inside it, it'll now pull it from here. Name, it's just going to be the raw username with nothing in it. Message, obviously, is the message that the player types. Group name, if you've got, what are they called? Factions and stuff like that, that's what's going to be up in here. Prefix and suffix, that'll find its own prefix and suffix. The world name, this is going to literally bring up the multiverse world alias, or just the world name if if multiverse isn't present, which it's not. You can put the time in there if you wanted, the game mode if you wanted, health, food level, all these different things you can put in. For the private chat, where you are forced to type in another player's username to make the chat work, you can actually format it to say your name with the color prefix and then say the target's name with the color prefix. Target name is just the raw one, and then more faction setups. So these will give you specific examples, and it's really handy that he did that, because normally you would have to figure it out on your own, and that's really not easy to do most of the time. Alright, so the next thing we're going to go over in here real quick is these. See this and 7, and then there's an and 6 here, and R right here. Those are called color coding. The easiest way to explain this to you is just to Google, and then we're going to go to, oops, it would help if I spell correctly. I'm losing my mind. Classic server protocol right here. Alright, and with that, if you click on this, from the Minecraft wiki, of course, it's going to bring you this page. And for people that aren't developers or anything like that, it's going to look like a bunch of random crap that you don't need. And a lot of it is stuff that you don't need. However, you can find every single color code right here. And all you need to do is replace this little Windows symbol with an ampersand or the and symbol, and that will give you the color. So if we replace this and 7 with this and 0, it would turn this bracket right here, and anything behind it until it hits another color code, black. So, and 7 is this gray, will turn this bracket gray. But, oh, it hits another color code, and 6. So now this global is going to be orange. And then and 7, it's another color code, it'll turn this gray. And you don't need a color code for this because this config variable automatically changes its colors knowing what it is. And then we'll hit and 7 to turn this gray again. Alright, so I'm not really going to mess with this. I think the only thing I'll change in here, we'll go ahead and percent world name percent. Make sure that when you do the variables, they're spelled exactly how they are on that config help. Everything needs to be capitalized. Everything's got to have the percent signs. And when you're done changing everything you want to change, just go ahead and hit save. Like I said, this plugin's very straightforward. And I'll have the link in the description for this Minecraft wiki page. It's kind of confusing to Google sometimes. And the last thing we're going to do, let me go ahead and start up my Minecraft while we do this, is we're just going to run our server. Oh, and a lot of people have asked what's the deal with my magic launcher, or what that is. It's actually just a mod, and it's really just the way the original Minecraft launcher should have been in the first place. It allows you to do mods and stuff. Maybe I'll do a tutorial video on it. It's just a lot easier way to do mods. Sorry I'm talking like a retard today. I don't know what's going on. My mouth isn't working. It's probably because it's so freaking hot. Alright, so we can see the server says done. Go ahead and click on multiplayer. And yep, localhost right there. Click on that. We'll log in eventually. You can see right there on the server that we logged in. I guess I should have pulled this up from the beginning and showed you. Actually, you can see right there where it says welcome, Mac Nikowski, that it's pulling up stuff. Originally that would just be white. And then we'll just go ahead and type test. Oh, I don't have permission to speak on that channel. And of course, I forgot, for whatever reason, you need to specifically give, oops, I'm in the wrong place. Specifically give permissions for each channel. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. With LiveChat.global.send LiveChat.global.receive. Alright, save that, close, close. We'll go ahead and, I don't think you can reload it. Oh! What am I doing? Permissions reload. Alright, so I should be able to talk. Oh, nobody heard you because nobody else is on, of course. So, like I said, that would be the live chat heard bypass. Basically, this doesn't allow you to talk to anybody if nobody's on, unless you turn that bypass on, which is in the permissions, and just give the permission to everybody. Either which way, this plugin does work. It's a lot simpler. It's a lot faster to set up than a lot of the other chat managers. And for whatever reason, it does not bog down your server. I found out that a lot of server lag, for some reason, comes from the chat manager. I don't know if it was just sloppy coding or something that had to do with Java and Bucket's old API. I don't know what was going on. But either which way, LiveChat is the first chat manager, including PEX, including iChat, everybody else that I've tried, that does not bog down my server. It's pretty extremely lag-free, and if it notices that it's in a lag spike, it'll actually slow the chat down, wait for the server to catch up, and then the chat will, take a second. So it's a great plugin. I highly recommend people who are using it, and that's what we're going to use on this little YouTube server. So I hope I taught you something today. I hope this answered any of your questions with the chat manager. We'll go ahead and walk around for a minute. And like I said, I've been getting good responses. I've actually been getting pretty decent views. So I'm going to keep doing this for a while, but, just to continue to let me know. I think I'm in creative. Oh, look at that. Just to continue to let me know whether or not I should keep doing this, go ahead and please like, favorite, share, so I know whether it's worth doing or not. And I appreciate your time. I hope I taught you something. Sorry for my retarded speaking today, and have a good weekend, guys.